the doors open and I'm like, what is going on here? Good morning, good morning. So it is Saturday. It's literally a week after I did part one. I'm actually sitting here with their version of an American breakfast, it looks good. We're going to dive into this and I'm going to give you guys part two of my airport chronicles when we go to, I call it on part one, I called it the markets or the money market. But before we do that, let's dive into this breakfast. So I have potatoes this morning. I have chicken sausage, which I know one of my friends back home, we love chicken sausage, so I can't wait to try. Tomato, we have pancake, strawberry, and we have omelet. So yeah, let me say a little prayer and let's dive in. So, part two. So customs, check my bags. And so everything is good, all is well. Now you go through these sliding doors, right? It's like this long, it's first of all, it's noisy. So, but you don't hear the noise because the doors are shut. But as soon as the doors open, it's like all this noise. The doors open and I'm like, what is going on here? So, as soon as you come through the door, you have all these different like stores and they're like lined up. It's like going through a mall. Literally, it reminds me of going through the mall, like hallways and stuff, whatever you want to call them. So the first place that I seen was like a place if you wanted to get like MTN or if you wanted to get like something for your cell phone or anything for cell phones, right? Then it was the first vendor for money. And so they was like, okay, we'll go over here. I asked them something and I wasn't paying attention because let me say something, I'm a Virgo. So my attention to things, if you know anything about Virgos, like we pay very close attention to everything. So when I got into this room, I couldn't stop looking around like, what is going, so many things are going on, right? Okay. So we go to the first vendor, they talk to them, they say, we're not going to use them. Then I meet the lady beauty that I was with, introduced me to two other ladies. So they also were trying to help me, convert my money. Before I got to the second vendor, it was like all these people in front of his store. And I was like, something don't feel right about this store. So they went to him and he was like, no, we're not going to go to that store. But in the meantime, while they were talking to him, this lady comes up to me and she has a United lanyard on. So I'm like, okay. So she was like, I need your bag tags. I'm like, I don't keep bag tags. Like usually when I get when you go to the airport, you check your bag in, they give you like the little square receipt. Well, it's long, but it's only a little piece on there. Usually with those, I just throw them out. Please, whatever you do not throw your bag tags out because it's so important because they have to verify, which I thought was really good, but it caught me off guard because I'm like, listen, I love my people, but are you trying to scam me or you trying to get my information? Because it does have, like your name and stuff on it. And so at first I was like, I don't have them. She was like, you need them before you get past me. I'm like, thank God. I don't know what told me that day when I left from Tampa to put the bag tags in my book bag. So I got my book bag. I took them out my book bag. I gave them to her. At first I gave her one. I'm like, here's this one. She's like, okay, that's good. She's like, but I need all of them. You need all of them. And so, okay. So I get her all the tags and then she's looking at me. Now for people that travel, that's watching this, when people give you that look and they just stare at you because they're waiting for a tip. At that time, I didn't have any money yet. I already done gave this lady whatever I gave her off my card. I'm like, I don't want to keep using my card because remember, I'm first time in Lagos. There's just, like I said, I love my people, but unfortunately there's a lot of theft. There's a lot of scamming. So I didn't want to keep using my card there at the airport, especially knowing that it was all these different stores. Like, I don't know who was doing what. So I'm like, I need to get Naira. Once I get Naira, then I can start paying people what they need. She's like, please, sir, please, sir. And at that point, I feel bad now. But I was so tired. So much was going on. My mind was racing. I just looked at it like, and then I walked away. I walked away. So then we get to the third store with this young lady, which, oh my gosh, so nice. Customer service was great. Like, every time I come here, I'm going to her. She had the best rate. Make sure when you go away that you ask people about the rate, because everybody's rate is going to be different. Like, the other stores, come to find out, their rates were lower. So I already knew the rate because I was paying for things before I got to Nigeria. So the rate currently on last Friday was $14.80. The lady store that I actually decided to go to, her rate was $14.80, which was good. She said, how much money do you want? I said, I want 200. I said, I just want 200 US converted. Y'all, I think I'm going to get some more Naira today. She pulls out, and I got to start eating because my food going to get cold. She pulls out this stack, no lie, and I should have took a picture of it. A stack of money like this tall. Stacks of money. I said, well, no wonder why when I see on the videos and they be, money showering people, it be stacks. It was only 200 US. But I think when it was converted over to like a little under 300,000. But she didn't give me $1,000 bills because we have $1,000 bills here. I've only seen 520s and I think 50s, but she gave me 500s. So in order to get to the 1,000 is 2. So really, if you think about it, instead of her giving me $300,000 bills, she gave me $500 bills. And there was some other bills in there too. And I'm just like, I said, I can't walk out of this airport with this big sack of money. So she gave me literally like the Poppy Store black bag, but it was a little different. So now the ladies see, he has money. He's American. He's ready. Sir, what about my fee? What about my fee? So now I'm getting frustrated because guess what happened? As soon as they start asking, my phone is blowing up. It's my driver. It's the security that I have for the week. It's the company that I'm going through for all the logistics for my trip. Everybody's calling me, WhatsApping me. So now I'm just all confused. Remember, it's people shouting, people trying to get you to get stuff, buy things. They ask me for their fees. Everybody's calling me saying, where are you? Because my flight was delayed. Remember, I said that. And so everybody has been there for about an hour or so waiting for me. So I'm just like so confused. I'm like, and I had to tell everybody, wait. So the lady store that I was at, she was like, come inside and sit down. I said, okay. So as I'm sitting there, I start counting the money. Now, mind you, for people who don't know, I do payroll accounting. So I'm in the finance department. When you're doing finance, I deal with numbers all day. So I can calculate numbers off the top of my head, right? And so I'm sitting there trying to count the money, because I want to give them all some money. Now, mind you, I think the first lady I gave money to, I think it was like 20,000 I said or something like that. But really it was only like $13 that I gave her, maybe less than that. So everybody else I gave about 20,000 to, maybe 30 or something. But it wasn't a lot. It was like maybe between $13 and $20, I'm going to say, right? So to speed that up a little bit, I gave everyone their money. And then finally, I'm like, okay, I got my money. Everybody is paid. Everybody's happy. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you. The lady, I gave her portion. So now it's time to walk this hallway. So as I'm walking the hallway, the ladies are like, just keep moving and don't just keep moving. Because at this point, I got what I needed. Now, if I wanted to get like my MTN, my Airtel, which is the SIM cards in the phone companies here, in Nigeria, but it's also very known in other African countries as well. And so I'm moving through. Of course, guys, you know what I'm going to say. It's another door. So it's another sliding doors, but the good thing is now the sliding doors are, you can either take an escalator down or the elevator. Because I had so many bags, they put me on the elevator. Now let me tell you, before I could get to the elevator was only from like where I'm sitting to where this camera is, right? A guy comes up, taxi. I said, here we go. Now this is the part I've been anticipating, because everybody was saying, listen, it's going to be people trying to get you to go with their services. People are going to try to take your bags and just start walking with your bags. Like, yeah, you're going to come with me. Sure enough, before I can even get outside, I don't know how they ended up getting into this little hallway. The one guy took my bag and started walking. So the lady had to say, no, you give it back. You give the bag back, because I already have. So now the American nice Bernard that you guys all know, cheerful Bernard, I'm like this now. I said, give me my bag back, you stupid. And I know for you guys, you're like, oh my God, why would he call him that? Unfortunately, I feel like in Nigeria, and people say this all the time, even people from here, it's like you want to be nice to people, like you want to have a great attitude, and they're really nice people here. But they're like, when it comes to the airport and walking around, you have to be the meanest looking, you don't play, you will slap somebody type of person. Unfortunately, when you're going around. And so I remember that, and so I was like, Bernard, nice Bernard off, let's get the business, because now you're ready to go through the real test. So I told him, give me my bag back. So he gave me the bag back. We get on the elevator. Guess what, y'all? I finally see outside. Finally see outside. So I get off the elevator. And now, as I get off the elevator and you look to the left or right, you can see doors to outside. Like I can see the sunlight. I'm like, finally, I can see. Well, this is good. I can see outside. If I thought that man was bad, wait until I actually start to walk outside. I'm not lying to y'all. And here's the thing. It was so much going on. I wanted to record. It was just a lot going on at that time. So I wasn't able to record. At the door, like, the door was like right here. There was hundreds of people at the door. Like, for people that go to the airport, like when we get off the plane, baggage claim, and then like the sliding doors are right there for you to go out. You might have your family, friends waiting for you, or you're going to get on the bus to go get your rental car, whatever you might want to do, right? Depending on the airport. I know for Philly, it's like that. Tampa's like that too, actually. Yep, baggage claim, and then it's the doors. So imagine, right? You at your airport, and at the door is hundreds of people just standing there waiting, like celeb style, like how I see on like TMZ and like all those other like media outlets, and how like they follow the celebrities and cameras. The only difference is people didn't have cameras, but it still was crowds of people at the, like, you could barely even get out the door, literally. And I thank God for these ladies, because I don't even know how they did it. You literally had to move people and tell them to move. So when I get outside now, I'm trying to have my serious face on. I'm getting nervous, like, Lord, protect me in this time. Protect me. People are shouting, sir, taxi, no, you come with me. They arguing with each other, like, and they had to tell them, no. He has somebody. So I'm just like, oh my God, Lord, just protect me. I'm like making sure I have stuff on me. I'm looking at all my bags at all times. I don't want anyone to snatch my bag and then try to run. So then now I'm calling my driver, and I'm trying to call quickly because I'm like, I want to get in the car and go. By this time, by the way, Nigeria currently, it is hot. I had like a little light sweatsuit on. It wasn't too heavy. It was just right. But I was starting to sweat through it. Like just being on the plane for 10 hours, having that on since Thursday morning. It's now Friday afternoon there, but it was like 5 a.m., 6 a.m. here. So basically a full day of me having this sweatsuit on. I'm sweating. I'm irritated. I'm tired. I'm not really hungry because they fed me well on the plane. But I'm just ready to go to my hotel. Like at this point, I'm ready to go. Right? So then I'm on the phone with the driver because he's been calling me. And for some reason, oh yeah, by the way, your reception is going to be horrible in the airport. Horrible. So by the time I got outside, I was able to call him. And so he was like, I'm like, where are you? I'm like, I need you here ASAP. So, you know, I see security. I see all these people, all these security people with AKAs. So finally, somehow he found me because I said I have light, like a blush color on. The lady was like, you don't have no blush on. You have brown. I said, no, it's blush. But okay. So he comes up to me. He grabs me. And then now, okay, he's going to pull the car up. So now I see him. And then I see my security. But it's so crazy because actually the security was standing right in front of me, but across the street looking for me. But I didn't know that that was my person. So then I seen him. We locked eyes. And then he was like, okay. He shook his head. They got in the car, pulled the car up, put my stuff in. And then we took off. When I tell you my heart just dropped, I was at ease. I'm like, Lord, thank you, because this could have went any other way. And in conclusion, because, you know, I don't like these videos to be too long, but in conclusion, what I would say is be prepared. Make sure you have at least $100, some type of money on you, so you can go in exchange and get some Naira. If you come to Lagos or any place actually in Africa or maybe any place in the world, just make sure you have some dollars. And that's my fault because I was supposed to go to my bank, get some money to have, but so much was going on before I left, I totally forgot. And what I will also say is, if you can find a friend, if you feel the discernment with the person at the airport that you feel like has your back, because if it wasn't for those ladies and I walked out of that place by myself, I don't even know if I would be telling the story time right now, but also too, I don't know if I would just be sitting here like this. I'm going to just put it that way. I wasn't in danger. I don't want to scare people, but anything could have happened in that moment. My bags could have been taken. Something could have been taken off me, or I could have gotten into the wrong person's car. And this is why I set up my car, my security, and all those things before I came, because it's so necessary. Don't try to do those things when you get here. Do it in advance. If you would like to know who I used and what companies I used, definitely, you know, comment on this video. But this was part 2 of what happened at the airport. I'm so grateful for Sister Gloria. I'm so grateful for Beauty and just everybody that helped me at the airport. They were very gracious. I have their numbers, so when I go back, you guys might see in one of my videos, you might get to see them. Oh, the most important thing. So when I came outside, you know me, I was excited. I was standing there. So I was like, I need to try to get some type of footage so I can show the people. In Nigeria, I found out, because Gloria told me, you are not allowed to film people. It is against the law, can go to jail. So it has been very hard. So that's the part I wanted to get to. It's been very hard to film things here because you have to be careful of not to film someone. If someone thinks that you are filming them, they could easily go to the cops and I can get in trouble. So I've been trying to get footage, and this is why a lot of things will probably be in my hotel. I've been getting some footage. I'm going to try to do another video today. Today I'm going to Batagri Museum, which is a slave museum and the point of no return. I'm going to try to get as much footage as I can. Unfortunately, that's another dangerous area where they say a lot of people try to prey on tourists, but good thing is I have security. So, for people that seen my video on Instagram, I'm not trying to flaunt like I'm some high celebrity or anything like that, but that's necessary because unfortunately, it's not good circumstances here. Lagos is a beautiful state, a beautiful city, but however, there's a lot of poverty here. There's a lot of people who are in need, and so when they see somebody like me, it's like, hey, we might be able to get something, but as long as you have your security and people with you, you should be fine. So that's part 2. I'm really excited right now that I started YouTube because it's been a long time coming. I mean, people have been asking me to do it for a long time. I'm appreciative that I'm able to do it now. I'm appreciative that I'm here, that I get to have this experience. But I want you guys to comment, because somebody said this the other day, somebody well known in Lagos, and they said they just got to 1 million followers on Instagram. And she was like, I just want to thank all the people that were there for me when I only had 100 people watching me or following me, 1,000. And then she just kept naming some numbers. And that made me think like, yeah, right now I may only have like 10 or 15 people that are subscribed or 10 people that's watching, but just imagine if I stay consistent at this, guys. My channel is going to be family style, so we in this together. We're going to build this thing together. So you guys let me know, like, what do you want to see? If I post a video or if I'm somewhere and you want to see something specifically, comment. I'm reading the comments. I'm reading everything. So let me know, like, what do you want to see? Do you want me to? Do you want to see more of the street life? Do you want to see more of like my day to day? Do you want to see like me get ready? Whatever it is, let me know in the comments. Like, we are in this together, and I'm so excited about this journey. The love and support has just been overwhelming. The calls that I'm getting, the texts that I'm getting, the messages on social media that I'm getting has just been amazing. And I just realized I haven't barely touched my breakfast, which is probably cold now. But I really wanted to get this part 2 out because Godmom reached out to me yesterday and was like, we waiting on part 2. So I wanted to make sure I put this out. I'll probably try to post this today or after I finish the video. By the way, now I don't know if I said this before, but my channel is going to be a channel where this is raw footage. I know people like the edited videos with all the transitions, the sound effects, the music. We may do some of that, but I really just want to give it to you raw. I have to get up to 50 subscribers on YouTube, and then I can start live streaming. So I'm going to probably do a lot of live streaming. I'm looking into 2 potential big platforms that are geared to the streamers only. I really want to do the streaming because I want you guys to get it live in action. Like, I don't want to be cookie cuttered and perfect. That's just not me. And I think for people that really know me, they know, like, that's just not me. I don't want to put on this. That's a whole nother video. Let me stop because we're already over time. But thank you. More to come. Let me know. Anybody that's watching this. And you know what? I want to talk to the people that in the future, when this gets big, because I'm claiming it now that it's going to get big. Like, just thank you guys. This is like my 2nd video. So if you see me years from now and things are different, just know that this is where it started, right here at this table in Lagos, Nigeria. I love you all for watching. Make sure you comment. Make sure you subscribe. Tell a friend. Tell a friend, tell a friend, tell their friends, tell your family, subscribe to the channel. I want as many people on this channel as possible. Subscribe, comment, like, engage with me. And yeah, we're gonna have a fun ride. So, and it's more to come. I actually stayed a full another week. I was supposed to leave yesterday, but I'm still here to give you guys part 2. So I shall see y'all soon.